Megavon, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Talesian. There you are, and here I am, and today, on MMOnday, we are doing Lord of the Rings Online. Now, currently, at the end of the last session, we were up in Winterborn, I think it is. We were following up the quest of Bingo Boffin, and we'd also finished down in the Entwash Vale, where we were unfortunately kicked out of Edoras. That's part of the main story quest. So currently we are trying to do the best we can in, I think it's East Rohan, to help the people out and earn our way back into Rohan because there are some serious issues that are going on there. So let's get into the game real quick and see what we can find out. But before we get started, there is one thing that I would like to do. At the beginning of every stream, I like to go ahead and let people know about in-game player events that are happening in the world. If there's an in-game player event that you would like for me to promote on my stream, then please send me an email at talesian@gmail.com with the subject LOTRO events. You can post down below on this video that you see here, or you can post over on my Discord server. Link is also down below. The biggest event that we've got coming up right now is on the Meriadoc server, the Bartunal Cider Mills seasonal opening. The seasonal opening is January the 25th, and they'll have the Hillbilly Moonshiners, the Evendeem Hillbillies, and the Missing Mugs that are all present there. Again, that will be on the Meriadoc server, 2 Chalk Road, Bartunal neighborhood, in the Shire Homestead. The doors will open at 7 p.m. UK time. That's 2 p.m. server time. And the event will start at 7:30 p.m. UK time or 2:30 p.m. server time. And again, that's on the Meriadoc server. It's the Bartunal Cider Mill. So if you want to hear some good music and share some good suds, go join them over there on Meriadoc. So, looking at our in-game calendar right now, things are kind of quiet. 18th anniversary gift is available for those who still have not claimed it as of yet, and LI Reward Track Season 16 is live. There's about another 36 days on there, and I'm up to 59 right now. I can go ahead and claim those runes, so we'll go ahead and pick up those runes. By the way, it's very, very important to do your LI Reward Track. That's usually the best way that I have found to pick up Ancient Script, to pick up runes, to pick up traceries. You can also pick up a couple of thousand. If you finish the entire track, you can also pick up a couple of thousand embers of enchantment, embers and motes, which are used for getting cosmetics. And there's also some at the big ones at 50 and 100. There's usually very nice coffers that not only give cracked or sundered tracery tokens to get the high-end traceries. There's also a pet or some housing accoutrement there. So again, I highly recommend that you stay on top of your LI reward tracks. But as you can see here at the end of the last session, we finished up book 9, where we were exiled from West Rohan. We cannot enter. So what we are on now is book 10, chapter 1. Horn and Cotodon are at the crossing of the Entwash into Sutcross and desire to speak with you concerning your next steps. They think you should make the most of your exile from Edoras by continuing to combat Saruman's mounted minions in East Rohan. So that's where we are. Now, he also has another quest. He also offers, which we're not going to pick up yet, he also offers book 11, chapter 1. We'll pick it up, though, once we get there. I'd rather not pick up the quest before then. And let me go ahead real quick. I logged onto my cooking alt, and I went ahead and picked up some good foods. Let me go ahead and pick up those foods. These are cooked foods. There's the tracery, which we'll go ahead and throw into my storage. And then that's all stuff that could be sold. So let's go ahead and just empty out my inventory before we get too started here. And last but not least, every day is a Hobbit's birthday. And hello to you, Destiscardo. Happy birthday to you. It's a Hobbit's birthday today, so we get the present. So let's see what we get today. We get 50 virtue XP and 2 gold pieces worth of silver scrap. So, hey, thank you, Destiscardo. I can always use the gold. All right, so let's go ahead and use those virtue. And there's still a little virtue, there's still a little bonus virtue XP event going on as well. So that's always good. Okay, so you can see we need to defeat mounted Saruman's minions anywhere around here. We need to head to Osserly when you arrive. Where I gotta remember where Osserly is real quick. That's part of the Ballad of Bingo Boffin. He's in southwest on the road between Wildermore and the Entwash Vale. So let's see where we need to go to that. There we go. I think it's up that way. Yep, right there. That's where we need to go. It's near the town of Thornhope, and I actually do have a port there. So we're going to go ahead and we'll take care of Book 10, Chapter 1 really quick, where we need to defeat mounted minions of Saruman. And we go ahead and get buffed up here. Yeah, I know. My partner's dog is back there enjoying her cheese-filled Kong, so he's very happy right now. Alright, so we need to find mounted minions. And there we got a few of them right here. There we go. There's a mounted minion right there. So, we got that started. And we can head anywhere in this area we want. You can see this whole white area, anywhere around here, any mounted minions we can find. So let's just go ahead and just start heading this way, and we'll pick them up. Go ahead and mount up here so we can find them a little faster. There's a mounted minion right there. And there's another one right there. There we go. Just need one more mounted minion and that'll finish off that quest. And I see him, he's right there on my screen. A jangling sound alerts you to a broken harp, which you pick up. I've collected a battered harp. I don't have the battered harp in my inventory, though. That's weird. Norcross? No? We can go ahead and get rid of these quests, though, real quick. Clear out my stuff. Spiders and Thornhope. Brownlands I can get rid of. I clear up my inventory here, or crest. That's weird. I don't... Yeah, collected the battered harp, but I don't see it. Let me see what that's about real quick here, because I need to find out what I need to do. LOTRO, battered harp. See what that's all about. This harp is involved. Oh, it's part of the Exiles quest. So I need it as part of that, yeah. Bring the battered harp to Horn at the crossing of the Entwash to the Sucrops. Okay, so it's just part of one of the things that I'll randomly pick up when I'm completing the quest. It might be Gleowines. Maybe that's why he was interested in it, because it might have been Gleowines. Gleowine is Horn's, not Horn's mentor. No, that's Cordovan's mentor. So let's go ahead and turn in that harp and then see what it's about.
What did you find? A harp, you say?
That seems an odd choice of a weapon for use by Saruman's minions. Harn's jovial expression disappears when you hand him the battered remains of the harp. I know this instrument. How often did I listen to its beautiful music, played first to instruct and only later to entertain? This is the harp of my mentor Gleowine. Did he run afoul of Saruman's minions?
My master's harp was trampled by heavy feet. Did he meet his end?
See how the wooden frame has been splintered? My master's harp was trampled by heavy feet and the strings cut. It could be repaired given enough time and the right materials. Might the same be true of my master? Gleowine is not a young man. He was never much of a warrior. With his dismissal fresh in his mind, did he stumble upon that thrall of Saruman's and meet his end? Horn sadly studies the broken harp. I cannot think this way. He could still have escaped that fate and made his way to a settlement. Now Snowbourne is not far from here, to the southeast. We should go there and escort a sign of my master. Okay, let's do that then. Let's head to Snowbourne. I would much rather do that than just sit around here and waste time. I think I have a port to Snowbourne. Or not. But honestly, any of these places will get me there, so I'll just pick one at random. I'll go to Foreclaw and then we'll head over there. Or Forelock, excuse me.
Do you bring provisions?
We want to go to Snowbourne. There we go. Swift travel. This is why I always recommend to people, anytime you go to a new place, you do two things. Milestone if you can, and definitely hit the stable master so that you can go ahead and link up to other places very quickly. Build that network out as fast as you can. But here's a Colonian right here. Talk to a guard at the entrance to the stables of Snowbourne about Gleowine.
It is possible your friend came in with a crowd, but I did not see him.
I'm sorry, but I've not seen anyone of that description. I mean, there have been many ragged folks streaming to Snowbourne of late. It's possible your friend came in a crowd and I just did not see him. You might try south of here by the barracks. Now, there was a disturbance earlier today with all these new people in town. Could be you'll find your friend there. Alright, so we'll go ahead and head to the barracks. I should really be working on my factioning. I haven't done a whole lot of factioning stuff on this character lately. I know that's very bad for me to say. An overpowering smell of ale greets you as you approach the drunken bard. Because there's Gleowine right there.
Hey, you! You there, you! Stay out of my way! You!
You found Gleowine. He's alive, but very, very drunk. With that effort expended, he drifts back into his stupor. Uh-oh. I wonder if he's gotten in trouble.
I know a few remedies for drunkenness. Your friend may need them.
Is that your friend? He has been deep in his cup since yesterday and will be of no use to anyone until he crawls out of them again. I have a few remedies that might speed the process if you'd like to try one. One of them involves a mixture of honey and water. Another involves the chewing of almonds. And I've heard that a poultice made of raw swamp cabbage can ease drunkenness when rubbed on one's forehead. So one of those will help. She considers Gleowine once more before continuing. Actually, he's pretty drunk. You might need all of them. I can tell you where to find these remedies, though, if you have a moment. Alhid has further information about the remedies she suggested. And so I can pick some of the stuff up inside and some of it outside. So we'll go ahead and pick up what we can in town first. Hi, Bob. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Definitely.
Yes, I can give you a bladder of water. It's the least I can do.
Okay, so there's the bladder of water that I need to cure Gleowine of his drunkenness. And there's some of the honeycombs that I need. Yes, Thomas Chance done some fantastic music. I really do like the music in this game. I mean, sometimes when I'm just playing around, I'll just have the music going, and I'm, you know, out taking care of mobs or working on deeds or whatnot. There's the kitchen. We'll get some almonds from the almond bucket. Oh, don't worry. It'll pick back up. It's usually not silent for very long. Yes, I do like the Shire music. I'll spend a lot of time in the homelands. That's where our kinship hall is. So I'll have on one of my crafting alts, and I'm just working on farming or working on jewelry or whatever, and I'll listen to the music of the Shire there. So now we need to head out of town in order to get some of the swamp cabbage. Yeah, I like the Swan Fleet Zone music too. It's just really peppy and fun. It is. Honestly, a lot of the music that Thomas Chance did for Lord of the Rings Online is... I've not heard another game that has such colorful music that covers so many different aspects of the game, so many different... I mean, he's got some peppy stuff for the bards, and he's also got some dramatic stuff when you get into combat. The music is just great. You pick the most pungent leaves from the cabbage. There we go. Give the honey, water, almonds, and cabbage to Gleowine to ease his drunken state. He also made that music without ever watching the movie or reading the book. Now that I did not know. Now that's good to know. A lot of his music just fits. I really can't say it. And I know that some of the newer expansions he was not the composer for. So that's why the music will sound different when we get to those points. Oh, looks like Corvan and Horn have made their way to Gleowine. That's good.
Hey! Hey, water! Water!
Gleowine blinks up at you with bleary red eyes. You offer him water infused with honey, which he drinks easily. This mead tastes a bit watery. You then give him the almonds to chew on, but at the first bite he spits them out. What is this? He slurs at you, sensing betrayal. You then rub the cabbage leaves on his forehead and he sputters angrily. Are you trying to poison me? The remedy seemed to have little effect on Gleowine, save to make him angry.
I cannot blame him for his state. He has experienced much suffering of late.
I suppose these remedies were worth trying, though, but in my experience, time has only been the only sure curative. Definitely true. Well, hey, at least I picked up some swamp cabbage myself. On use, all glory. I'll have to try that. Not usable monster play.
Have you ever been to the lands of Wildermore?
While you were attempting to ease Leowen back to sobriety, Gordon and I learned some troubling news. Have you ever been to the lands of Wildermore, west of the Wold? I myself have not, but it seems that something might have befallen the people up there. A messenger tonight from Harwick brought Reeve Oskred some worrying tidings, that no word has come out of Wildermore for some weeks. It is not a long journey from Harwick to Wildermore, so something must be keeping Harding's men from reporting back to him. I think we should go to Wildermore and see what has happened. I suspect Saruman's hands in this. Something catches Horn's eye, and he starts suddenly. Master Gleowine, what is it? Are you feeling better? Well, let's see what we got here. A huge agility buff. We'll grab it. Book 10, Chapter 3. No word from Wildermore. Gleowine stares at you with haunted eyes. It would seem something has cut through the stupor caused by the drink. Something has happened in Wildermore. I was born in a small town there, and have not been back for years, but if something has happened, there's no reason for me to stay here, stranger. If you're going to investigate Wildermore, I would travel with you, and is young Horn with you, is it not? He has a man's face and a build now, but I still remember the years spent teaching him the lessons of history and the ways of music. He was not the most diligent of students. I jest, of course. Who among us can say he was? I abandoned my harp somewhere in the wild and gave away my other possessions when I thought I would have no further need for them. I cannot travel with you until I have them back again. Most of them were mere sundries, but there was a map I should not have given away. I feel foolish now, for it was a rare and precious thing and belongs not in the keeping of children. Go ahead and talk to Cordoran first.
I am in favor of this journey, if you are.
We should go where we are needed, and if the messages have ceased passing in the bounds, then I say we learn why. I will see about procuring Gleowin's bag of sundries, but I'll leave the reconstruction of his harp and the finding of his map in Horn's capable hands. And your own. Okay.
I will not keep my master from traveling with us, as long as he knows the danger.
If I learned of trouble in Earworth, I would not long remain in idle safety. I would travel there to learn anything if it could be done from my home. It must be the same for Gleowine. I would return his harp and learn what befell of him as he made his journey to Snowbourne. If you will seek for the map he abandoned, ask the children of Snowbourne. They are sometimes the surest form of information in this city, for they see all and go unnoticed. One of them may know what happened to Gleowine's map. Okay. So we'll head to the southern gate, and we'll talk to them. I usually stream for about 2 to 3 hours or so, occasionally more. This is on the Angmar server, and if you go all the way back on my streams, back a little over a year, you'll see where I actually started playing. Most of my stuff has been recorded, and most of it is in chronological order. There's a few that have been missed just due to poor uploads or poor streams and such, but pretty much all of my travels are on my YouTube channel. How when you started playing? Oh, I started playing way back in 2019, 2020. So several years now. I actually was part of the beta test for a little while, but unfortunately my EverQuest guild kind of took precedence. I was one of the main healers in my EQ1 guild, and we had started raiding heavily at that time, so I had to put aside my Lord of the Rings stuff. But I picked it up again during the pandemic when they did that great big sale. Basically 99 LOTRO points for everything all the way up to Helm's Deep. And I picked up a couple extra quest packs, and I've basically been playing ever since.
What do you want? Can you not see how busy I am?
The child laughs, but keeps dancing. You explain that you're looking for Gleowine's map and would appreciate any information about its location. I remember that old man. He I'm off to the tavern after settling down his belongings by the wall over there. Bag of clothes there was, and a bundle of bread and cheese. I hope he does not expect his food back, because my friends ate it all. Breitred took the map before any of us could get it, and he said he was going to use it to go on an adventure to save Rohan. You just miss seeing him by minutes. He left by this gate here. Maybe you can catch up to him and ask for the map back. How did I find out about the game? I follow gaming news, and I've always been a fan of Tolkien and his writings. So when I heard about the game was being created by Turbine, and I had played some of Turbine's other games. I played Asheron's Call before. So I had a feeling that they were a fairly good and fairly reliable creator. So it gave me the gumption to say, okay, I'll take them up on their word and I'll get started on it. Shadows of War, I've played it a little bit. I think I have it on my Steam. It's not really the type of game I like, though. Hold on one second. Did I feel a kitty? Oh, kitty. Hey, kitty. I have a Freddy. Let me go ahead and do a full screen here real quick. This is a Freddy kitty. This is a nice kitty. This is a kitty that loves pets. He loves to snuggle. Oh, he's being a purbot. Yes, he is. And you can see his tail right there. There's his tail. Hello, Mr. Freddy. Did you want some petses and loveses? Oh, I don't know if you can hear him. I don't know if you can hear those purrs. But he's a very happy kitty right now. Freddy, happy kitty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. This a happy kitty. Yes, this is. This a happy kitty cat. Hello, Mr. Freddy. He's a good kitty, huh? He's a good kitty. Okay, kitty. Back it down. There you go. There you go. That's it. And that was your prescribed cat break. Now let's go ahead and see if we can find Breitred. Should be somewhere south of here. Let's go ahead and mount up. It'll probably make it a little easier. There he is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here comes another one. Yeah. Maybe you better take this in map. Adventuring is tough work. So now I have Gleewine's map back, and I saved him from getting hurt, so that's good. I accomplished a lot. So we'll head back to Gleewine and give him his map. There we are.
Thank you. I hope it was not too much trouble.
Leowine unrolls the parchment and wistfully traces a finger along its surface. The life of a minstrel is more than just music and songs. I served in the court of Theoden King for so long I came to forget the roads I had walked in my youth. But now, well into my elder years, I will once again tread the roads of Rohan and live the travelling life. How many of the places on this map will I see before my feet stop once more? And for good? Who can say? Yet I know what I, Gleowine, can say. I am pleased to make the journey with friends, both old and new. Well, that's good.
Before we go to Wildermore, we must travel to Harwick, in the Wold.
I think we are ready to depart, and my master has his map and other possessions that he will need, and I have arranged for a fresh horse for him to ride. I spoke with Reeve Foster while you were outside the city. He remains as stubborn as ever, refusing to entertain the idea that he could most easily defend his people on the other side of the river. The message from Harwick was just as I had heard second-hand, portentous and frightening. No word has come to Harwick from Wildermore for many days, and Harding desired men and horses from Foster to investigate. But before we go to Wildermore, we must travel to Harwick in the Wold, and speak with Elder Harding. I must give him the unfortunate tidings that Foster has no men to spare. He sends us, and that is all. Alright, so it looks like we're off to Harwick first. Yeah, I wasn't really a huge fan of it. I mean, I liked, if I remember correctly, that's the game where you have this sort of arch villain that you sort of build and he becomes part of the story for you, if I recall correctly. But it wasn't really. I one-on-one fighting games like that are usually not my cup of tea. I mean, I'll occasionally do looter shooters. I'll occasionally do other games like that. But I really haven't played a whole lot of games that were very similar to that one in many, many years. Years ago, I used to do a lot of Quake 2 Rocket Arena. But unfortunately, at my age, my hands are not as daft as they used to be. I can't keep up with more of you youngins anymore. A more Assassin's Creed or LOTRO style. Now, I have played Assassin's Creed games before. I really liked Odyssey, and I've played some of Origins before. Odyssey's a fantastic game. I really enjoy the Greek roaming the Greek islands like that is a blast, and some of the ship combat is very fun. But I don't know. There was just something about the Shadow of War game that it just didn't really hit with me. All right, so we need to go to Harwick. I don't know if I have Harwick. Worth. Alright, well, we'll just go ahead and see if I can get a ride to Harwick from here. I might be able to. This is a fairly large town, so... I like Black Flag. I don't have a copy of Black Flag, so I've not played it as of yet. I have seen some video from it, though, and I've watched a couple streamers play it. It does look interesting. I think the stable master's over here. Loved AC Origins and Odyssey 2. They were my intro to the series during COVID lockdowns. They provided such a welcome sense of escape. Definitely agree with that. Oh, hey, okay. Enjoy the lurking, and hey, if you want to throw some of your cooking this way, I could definitely eat something right now. So I would have no problem with that.
Our mission is dire.
So we need to head to Alder Harding in Harwick. There we go. Harwick Swift Travel right there. Thanks, I appreciate that. Oh, this town. Haven't been here in ages. Yeah, this is a town where I picked up my horse and learned how to ride. So, Wildermore introduction, Harding's Concern. But we'll do Book 10, Chapter 3 first. No word from Wildermore.
Yes? What word from Fastred? So far away and comfortable.
Harding snorts when you tell him that Fastred has sent the 4 of you to aid him in investigating Wildermore. I appreciate your help, of course, but if Fastred thinks you are his to send, he is mistaken. This does not satisfy his obligation. I am the Eldor of the North March. If my lands are threatened, all our lands are endangered. We have heard naught from Wildermore for many days now. The last party to travel that road consisted of several brave men. Widfara, a rider of some repute, and my own son Leodwig. He would have returned if no others did. His courage is not what I would wish, but he too remains missing. Go up there and learn what has been following my men and what evil has taken hold of Wildermore. That land is too near to Hardwick for any of us to rest easy. Okay. He also has another quest, which is Wildermore's Introduction, Harding's Concern.
We must stand by while the minions of Orphanc spread their influence.
Well met again, and thank you for coming to me at this strange time. I am concerned for my northern domain, the land of Wildermore. The trade routes there have never been so quiet before, and many who venture there have not returned. When you investigate for me, I hear rumors, but they sound like more like old wives' tales to me. Nonetheless, something is surely amiss. And I can go ahead and add that quest to my tracker. Completed Wildermore Introduction, Harding's Concern. Okay. Talk to Gleewine outside of the mean hall in Harwick in the Wold. Okay. There he is. And there's Gleewine's map.
A road runs into Wildermore. See on the map where it leads?
Completing this quest will unlock an optional interlude from Gleewine's map. Okay, that sounds good.
I was born in Wildermore. I am eager to see it again.
Book 10, Chapter 4, A Man of the Wold. Harding's interest in the state of Wildermore is not surprising, for he is the elder of the North March. It falls within his command, and if something has happened to its people, it is his duty to know. My interest in Wildermore is more personal than that. I was born in the town of Dunfast, a small village in the forest of the Witchshaws. As a young boy, I must have climbed to the top of every sturdy tree within a mile of the village. The view from the heights is well known to me and much beloved. Green fields, sunny hillsides, the crystal blue waters of the Isingmere, the bounty of the well-tilled farm fields. You can see little of that from my map, though. But the words and symbols stir my heart and make me think of home. Speak to Horn for a more practical guidance and to discuss our next steps. I tread too easily upon the steps of memory, as minstrels are wont to do. So we'll go ahead and talk to Horn.
This, then, is our quest, to investigate the disappearance of Harding's men.
The ones he sent into Wildermore. He gave us the names of 2, Widfara, a rider of no small skill, and Leodwig, Harding's own son. Horn traces out a course on Gleewine's map. We would ride north out of Harwick and follow the road through the Wold until it turns west. That turning will bring us into Wildermore. This area here, do you see it? The land is called Watherin Downs, and the first settlement we investigate is the one here, Skiflig, located at its northern bounds. What do you think of this course? I'm ready to take it when you are. Alright, and I do think I have an optional quest I can do here. We can do an interlude, Many Worries. Your eye is drawn west across the map beyond the borders of Rohan, and comes to rest upon the rocky hills of Dunland. You wonder what has become of Haldebarad and the Grey Company since you left them. And your mind tends to wander. Meanwhile, in Dunland, Halbarad has many things about which to worry. Ooh, we'll go ahead and do this one. This will be fun. I do like these session plays. These session plays are very interesting.
Meanwhile, Halbarad of the Dunedain struggles to decide the best course of action for the rangers under his command.
Real quick, let me see about... I keep forgetting the command that I need. There we go. There we go. Now I have my oh, all of those. I don't want to deal with those. So let's just go ahead and move this out of the way for right now. We'll move it up here or right there. That's good. Stay. There we go. Talk to Ilra here on the road through Tuimova. Halbarad, may I have a word? My brother returned from his sojourn in the mountains, and he says a small group of warriors makes their way hither. More of the Falcon clan, I asked of him, but he was not certain. He has gone back with Radomir to cut them off before they arrive. Elra here pauses, and you can tell he is struggling to find the right words. Soon, he continues. We have been through much, my friend, and we will certainly see more danger before we find Aragorn. But I feel I must ask, why do we linger in Talmetras? I understand that much hurt was done to us here, and desire to avenge our fallen is great, but the delay may prove as deadly. Yeah, I need to go back and do some of the epic story quests, because I see a few people... yeah. I know about Nona and Horn before that kind of forgot. Yeah, I've actually had to go back and watch some of my older streams and go back to my quest logs and see what I completed and what I haven't before, so I fully understand that. Then you agree that the time has come to leave this place? I am glad to hear of it. You should tell your men it is so. Some have expressed a desire to leave soon. So we need to talk to Ceradan, Goladir, and Kaliningrad. The earth rumbles and shakes, as it often has of late. Well, that's not good. Not again. Now let's talk to Ceradan. The rumbling is getting worse, Aldebrad. I do not like it. Ceradan listens as she explains that it's time for the Grey Company to leave Tal Mithadris. That is wise. I've already described it as time to leave, and I wanted to see if you agree with me. I wish to leave Tal Mithadris, but I wish to travel north, not south. Ceradan sees your puzzled expression and hurries to explain. Many of our brothers have fallen on this road, and it grieves me to think that they must be laid to rest in these hostile southern lands. They are Dunedain, after all. They should be brought back to the northern lands they held dear. I propose to bring their bodies by wagon back to their homes. I do not wish to abandon Aragorn, but our brothers deserve better than they have gotten. That is definitely true. You agree? I thank you, Halbarad. I will see to making the arrangements at once. Yeah. And AC Odyssey is also my favorite AC game. Love the adventure story. Yeah, it is a fantastic story. I've only done part of it. I've not finished it. But it is definitely a wonderful story. So here's Goladir. Hornir and I have been collecting the weapons of the Falcon clan left behind when we drove them into the caves. There's a curse shaking the earth and making it more difficult than it need be. Goladir listens to you explain your decision for the Grey Company to continue on its road, and his face becomes a thundercloud. That is an impossibility, Halbarad. We cannot leave yet. Liu Brennan still lives, and his cronies. You cannot have forgotten the wounds he gave us, and the lives his treachery cost. We must have our vengeance upon him before we go. It is too dangerous to leave this enemy behind us. Liu Brennan must pay for his betrayal. Halbarad, I agree with Goladir. The Falcon clan is too dangerous to ignore. That is definitely a problem. For those of you who may not be aware, we went through here with the Grey Company, and we helped Liu Brennan prepare his defenses, and then he turned around and stabbed us all in the back and sided with Sauron. Ended up losing a lot of great company members that day. And here's Kaliningrad. Do you feel those rumblings in the earth? They're getting worse. It almost sounds if... Well... Kaliningrad trails off, embarrassed. You prompt him to continue, but his tone remains sheepish. Well, it sounds as if a great beast was running beneath the earth, shaking the ground with the fury of its passage. Could such a creature be? You may think such musings are the province of children's tales, but I have seen many strange and wondrous things in my life, Halbarad, and learning of these wonders keeps me putting on one foot before the other. If there is such a beast, we must know if it poses a threat to our people, and the good people of Dunland, mustn't we? Can you say with absolute certainty that a shaking the earth is not a threat to us? I cannot. It is one of my worries. Alright, so let's head south, and we'll talk to Radomir. There he is. You stumbled into the middle of a surprise attack, Halbarad. You willing to fight alongside me? Oh, you are on the right side of the ambush this time. We are the ones doing the ambushing. Eladon and I have lured a small group of the Falcon clan back here, and I think they have us on the run, but they are about to be surprised. Are you ready? This way, and head quietly. There we go. Well done, well done. I'm not used to being this side of the ambush, Radomir. Did you choose not to help because you were busy working on your wit, Prestadir? Uh-oh. We cannot leave without dealing with the Falcon clan. Well, looks like I've got everybody here now. This is the situation in which we find ourselves, Halbarad. The Falcon clan harries us from the mountains and caves in which they have fled. The earth shakes and rumbles more and more with each passing day, and our numbers diminish the further south we travel. Brothers and friends lost to death or to the urgent needs in distant lands. You are our leader. What road or roads do we take from here? How then does the Grey Company proceed? Prestadir looks at you expectantly. You know that you must dispatch some members of your group to deal with each of these situations. For now, you must think about how to best to deal with the various roads ahead. That is indeed... There we go. Indeed an issue. Alright. So now we go ahead and travel to Skiflig in the Wither Downs in Wildermore. Actually, I think I actually have a port to Wildermore. I can go ahead and take that. Yeah, I have a port to Forlaw. We'll go ahead and use that, and then we'll travel to Skiflig. Ah, there he is, up to the north. All right, so we'll head northeast out of Forlaw and head up to Skiflig. Up a lesser enduring bauble of evasion. 90 vitality, 76 might, 526 evade. Does me no good. Oh, I'm also now picking up some level 86 runes. Let's throw those into shared storage. Yeah, I'll definitely need those runes soon enough. I wanted to find out what that cabbage does. Let's use a cabbage real quick. Oh no. Maybe just one bite. Oh no. Alright, so it's a fun item. Okay, that's good. I can swoon with it. Alright, let's get rebuffed up here real quick. There we go. So we got about a 30-second ad break coming up. I'm not going to continue the story during it. I'll just make my way through. So we'll see you guys in about 30 seconds. And welcome back, everybody. You've arrived in Skiflig and should search for Widifara and Leodwig. And while we're here, we will also go ahead and pick up the Stable Master.
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands.
And then find the port. The millstone. Is that the millstone? No. Where is the millstone? There may not be one. There's the Skifflig Mead Hall. Well, there's Widifara. So I found him at least, so we can go ahead and find out what's happening with him.
This land is besieged, stranger.
Yes, I am Widifara. I am a rider of Hardings, Aldor of the North March. I am in this land at his request, but have fallen prey to some difficulties and could not yet make my return. Widifara laughs sourly and gingerly rubs his wounded leg. This land is besieged, stranger. If you've not heard of yet the terrible apparition called Nuzgum, you soon will. All of Wildermore trembles at his name, and they are not wrong to fear him. He slew my horse Windfoot, and no one will give me a new one for which to return to Harwick. It does not matter with my leg in this state anyway. There's little we can hope to do against Nuzrum, stranger, but the other foes in the Wraithern Downs are less imposing. If you explore this land and fight the mounted foes near the White Hand camp to the southeast, explore the Haunted Fishes village to the northwest, and keep them away from Thrim Redbeard's training camp to the east, I will tell you more of this terrible foe. Looks like he's giving me a number of quests to complete. And there's Cotodon right there. He's made it safely. Alright, so it looks like that's where I need to head. I need to head east out of Skifflig. But it doesn't look like there's a gate that way, so I'll have to head out one of the other gates and then around the village. Ah, here's the millstone right here. And let me just double check my forged weapons real quick.
Greetings,
Nothing to
friend of the
reforge.
Rohirrim.
Nothing that I need to forge yet. Okay, which way do I need to go now? Yeah, we can actually want to head south and east, so let's do this. Company. What do we got? Shadowy. Oh, 2 tattered shadows. How many do I have, by the way? It's been a while since I've been, I'm sitting on 474 of them, so I should probably go spend some of them soon. But how many Moracle coins? I think I have only 1. I've got 3. Okay, that might actually be worth it. I do know that I've seen Amelia by the Bree Fountain recently as well. I think she was added there in a recent patch. So, next time I'm in Bree or I'm in Estleden, I'll go ahead and talk to her and see what goodies I can pick up. Now that I'm level 88, that might have opened up another another interesting set of goodies that are available. Is it this way now? No, we need to head north. Okay. There we go. Still need 4 more mounted foes, but I'm almost up at that orc camp, so there it is right there. Raharim defenders. You arrived at the camp of rugged but friendly-looking warriors with one man standing out from the rest. Thirim Redbeard's camp. Thirim's training camp is packed with supplies and men eager to battle, but is it enough?
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Harding sent you, didn't he? He is right to be concerned. I am Thirim Redbeard, the leader of these men and the protector of Wildermore. I will accept your help if you're here to offer it. Things are not right in our lands. The snow you see, well, Wildermore has been a green place until lately.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Wildermore has always been a green land with mild winters. We have never encountered snows such as these, as long as I can remember. I must prepare these men for battle against the orcs, for they have crept in with the cold. If you are offering your aid, you may investigate the effects of the weather upon our land. It cannot be a coincidence that the orcs and the cold have arrived together. And I also picked up a new deed, Quest Within the Writhen Downs, 22. And Hope for the Hopeless, 2000 Virtue XP, Faction for the People, Wildermore, all good. And he's got another quest for me, too.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
The Deadly Freeze. Keep your eyes peeled while you're out, stranger. These are troubling times. Many things grow and live within Wildermore besides its people, beneath the nerves of the orcs and men. I don't have time to roam the land, so my sword is needed more than my eyes. Alright. Nope. Stuck. There we go. There we go. Go ahead and check my inventory real quick, clean up a few things here. No. No. 1938 to 2040 morale. Oh, we definitely want to start building those up. So we'll just do that for now. And we'll sell those 4 items. Actually, do I want to sell that? Yes, I don't like that color. Actually, I want to change my look. I feel like I feel like it's time for a looks change. There's me in the flowing silver. There's me as the Green Ranger. There's me as the Red Ranger. And that's the Cairn Doom. Let's do Cairn Doom for now. There you go. That's the garb of the Cairn Doom Alchemist, which is available through one of the Curator had that for sale. So I need to collect berries and investigate the effects of the winter. Howling Barghists. A new quest, Howls on Cold Winds. There we go. Let's try that again. Barghists roam the Wreathern Downs, filling the cold winds with their hungry howls. You should defeat Barghists in the Wreathern Downs. This pond is frozen solid, an unusual occurrence in this area of Middle-earth. So that's one of the 3 things that I needed to check on. An unwarm welcome. Orcs roam the Wreathern Downs in great numbers, prowling to and fro, as Thrym described. You should defeat orcs as you roam, and he wants me to defeat 4 of them. Company. Shadowy. Back off. There we go. Those guys are easy. It's the other ones that kind of give me the heebie-jeebies. Okay, this is like the second area that I need to explore. A frozen critter. This creature appears to have succumbed to the cold, lying frozen in the snow. And there's the last Barghist that I need. You have defeated several of the dangerous wild Barghists in the Wreathern Downs. The deadly menace of these hungry beasts is lessened for a time. Well, that's good. And yeah, let's see. We need to head this way in order to find the last piece of information about the worst winter in memory for Thrym Redbeard. And there's the lost roaming orc that I need. You defeated a number of scouting orcs on the walled Rhythm Downs border, but the enemy presence still presses upon the land. Ah, and I'm starting to pick up Earlinga's hide, too, which is the Westmanet, or Eastmanet, excuse me. So I'm starting to find Eastmanet crafting gear here, which is good. A frozen tree. Unused in this harsh new climate, this tree has died. Alright, so now I need to find those berries. And it looks like I'm heading in the correct direction, so... The berries are badly spoiled by frost. Where are the rest of the berries? Oh, there's one right there. No, orc, don't you take my berries. I need them. I gotta go this way to get the last one. And I still need 4 more. Find a possibly haunted fishing town and defeat mounted foes. So I've still got to find a few things in the Writhing Downs. New quest. Clampjaw's Wrath. Clampjaw stalks the frozen ponds in the northern Writhing Downs. 'Cause, 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 'c I guess I'll take out Clampjaw. There he is. You have defeated Clampjaw, menace to all who ventured too near the Bargus-infested ponds of the Writhing Downs. And there's the last frozen berry? Yep, that's it. And we are working on Book 10, Chapter 4. So you want to head that way. Looks like we're almost there. Alright, so now we're in the area. And there's another one of the mounted riders that I need. That's good. There's a couple of them up here. And that's Orc Slayer. Defeated 100 orcs within Wildermore. And that's the advance, so I need now 200 orcs within Wildermore. And that also gave me 5 LOTRO points. Ooh, Foul Wing. Let's do it. Let's take him out. Warband Foul Wing. Well, can I take out Foul Wing? Yes, I can. He's soloable. There he is, right there. Here we go. Foulwing has been defeated. Get a blue blocks of Wildermore spoils. That's always good. $42 marks, 3 Aethelus essences, and 3 celebrant salves. I can always use those. The metalsmith. That's a scholar. I can use that. Yes, I can. There we go. And 2 weaponsmith. We'll go ahead and activate those and put them right there. Let's see where we need to go next. There's another warband nearby, Vaz. I don't think Vaz, though, is one I can do. Yep, that's where I need to go. That's kind of what I figured. You need to head south. Shadow Wheat. There we go. All right, let me go ahead and get rebuffed up again here. Wait, I don't need to eat that. I need to do the cooked food. There we go. We should almost be at that orc camp. Come on. Up. Alright, I guess we'll go this way then. There it is. The White Hand Camp is crawling with entities. And these hostile lands, there's different places to go. Now I need to find the possibly haunted fishing town. And where is this supposed haunted fishing town? Oh man, my stomach's been killing me. Oh no, I'm sorry about that. Doing my highball quest, that was about it. Couldn't even deal with the zone. The zone is so long, at least for me. Been there for like last week and haven't reached a forest near Fangorn. I think I'm close enough though. My epic sword quest is taking me near there. Yeah, the highball is actually, I don't think part, or at least only a small part of it is part of the epic quest line. Fangorn, though, the entire Fangorn, all the eaves of it are definitely part of the quest line, and that's where you really want to spend your time. Alright, so where is this haunted fishing village? Because I'm not seeing it on the map. Oh, it's up there. Okay, now I see it. All right, let's just hard ride toward it. We'll just ignore things for a bit because I'd like to move the quest on. I could play around all day just killing mobs and not worry about the slicing. Oh, there's Vaz. Now, can I take him out though? That's the next question I ask. Vaz is possible. So we'll go ahead and give it a try. Where is the warband at right now? Okay, he's up here. Where's Vaz? Where did Vaz go? He's over that way. Okay. I'm going to try to take out... There he is. Alright, we gotta mount up if we're gonna catch him. There he is. There's Vaz. Hiya, buddy. How you doing? Let's hit you the big shots. Come on. You'll come back. You'll come back. Or is he chicken? Got him. There we go. Vaz has been defeated. And in the green box of spoils, we pick up 69 marks and 3 celebrant salves. I can use those. I can definitely use those. There's a woodworker case, weaponsmith case, metalsmith case, and 2 cooks. We'll go ahead and throw those over there. 6. All right. So now we will continue heading northeast. We'll go ahead and hard ride. We're going to bypass a lot of things. I want to try to complete at least one more quest before we end the stream. That's actual water. Okay. I wasn't sure. I didn't think it was water. And I am sorry about your stomach, Destiscardo, but bad soy milk, please be careful. And another shadowy? Yep. There we go. Ooh, there's a rich Rittermark scar. I like that. And here I am, I'm trying my best to do a quest, and I keep finding way too many mobs. Alright, let's try this again. New quest, Face the Cold. You have not... Frostgrims. Want me to take out 6 Frostgrims around the lake. There's one. There's 2. That one's got me rooted. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. And there's 6. The Frostgrims along the edge of Lake Ingsingmere have been thinned drastically and shouldn't pose much of a threat for a while. I think there's the fishing village. This fishing village seems to be abandoned. What secrets does it retain? Discovered Fiskworth. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's head back to Thin Redbeard. But we also need to talk to Widiara in Skiflig. So we'll go ahead and port to Forlaw and then ride to Skiflig. We'll go ahead and empty out my inventory real quick here. Jeweler case can go over there. And we'll sell those items.
Do you bring provisions?
Okay, so we'll go ahead and talk to Wilderfara, who should be up this way. There he is. Looks like Horn's made his way over here too.
Thank you for doing some good in the rigging downs, my new friend.
These people have experienced much hardship, and I fear they may have been given speed to some of the dangers that threaten them. I was riding in the high north with my companions when a blizzard closed in. The snow was blinding and the wind fierce. I dismounted to seek some measure of shelter. No sooner had my boots touched the ground than a great darkness fell upon me. A tremendous shape powered over my poor horse Windfoot. I stumbled away, falling into a great drift of snow. It saved my life. Wilderfara stared straight ahead, his expression haunted. Above the tumult I could hear the sound of Newsroom at the feast. He made a meal of my poor Windfoot, and only when he had finished and moved away among the crags did I see that my companions were missing. Of Leodwig there was no sign, but I do not think Hardwig's son was spared. I made my slow way back to foot here to Skieflig, but if he were alive, he would have done the same. As my tale. I only hope the Newsroom is not drawn here by my presence to threaten the people of Skieflig. I better talk to Corridon.
This creature Nurzum must be of enormous size.
I listened to Adara's tale, just as you, but it raises more questions than we had before. This creature, Nuzum, must be of enormous size, but can overpower a horse of Rohan. He must be clad in thick fur to move comfortably in the midst of such a snowstorm as Wilderfara related. Whether his attack was caused by need or sport is unclear, but his size of his appetite is less mysterious. It is large, and not easily sated. I believe Nurzum to be a large snow beast of the sort that frequents the Misty Mountains. How came to this area of Rohan? I cannot guess. Corridon looks up from his musings with a puzzled expression. Where's Gleowine? I've not seen him since we arrived. If dangers such as this Nurzum stalk Wildermore, we should stay together for safety. I hope Gleowine is not thought to leave Skieflig. Gotta be somewhere within town. There he is.
There is no fool like an old man thinking to rediscover the joys of his youth.
What happened to Wildermore in the years since I left her? The land of my childhood was a sunny place of fields and blue rivers, not this den of relentless sorrow. It was not home to such terrors as monsters and Nuzum, breed death so quickly and without warning. What happened to the land that I remember? Gleowine hastily wipes the tears away. Pay no attention to an old sad man. I will not despair. My concern must not be that these troubles have happened to my childhood homeland. It must be that these troubles could move south and threaten the rest of Rohan. We will help the people of Wildermore, and by helping them we will even help the Odin King, though we not ask or nor trust such help. Thank you for this talk. I just needed to hear these things aloud.
Sometimes that is all it takes, is it not? Time? Time to think?
So Gleowine's time to himself helped him find some measure of peace. I'm glad. Horn's expression grows distant, and he seems to be speaking more to himself than to you. Sometimes it's all it takes, is it not? Time to think. It could be like that for any one of us, only to return renewed and with greater purpose. I surely hope so. Horn seems to notice you are still looking at him expectantly, and he turns slightly red. Yes, I am glad Gleowine is feeling better. What should we do now?
Rohan cannot have a Wildermore-shaped gap in its northern defenses.
Book 10, Chapter 5, The Lord of Widows and Orphans. While you were away, I spoke to some of the townspeople. Their accounts differ in many respects. Nurzum's height and descriptions, the time at which he first appeared, the places he seems to haunt, all these do differ. Everyone seems to agree on 2 points, though. First, that Nuzum is dangerous and must be destroyed if Wildermore's to survive, and second, Reeve Garwig seems completely incapable of dealing with this threat. I hope this is not so, but if it is true that the Reeve of Wildermore cannot protect his people, something must be done. Theoden King will need all of his allies in the days ahead, even if he does not see it, and Rohan cannot have a Wildermore-shaped gap in its northern defenses. Reeve Garwig makes his home in the town of Forlaw to the south of Skiflig, the southernmost tip of the Ingzimir. Let us travel to his mead hall and see what plans he has made for combating Nurzum and aiding his people. Alright, so let's go ahead and head to Forlaw. I think I can actually port there. We'll do that.
Where are my warriors? All that remain in my hall are orphans and widows.
Garwig squints at you distrustfully. Harding sent men to help me, and they were unable to provide any assistance at all. They got themselves eaten, or crushed, or lost in the snow, and worse than that. The survivors crawled back to my villages, bringing their rumbling bellies and broken limbs with them. They are no use to anyone. Where are my warriors? Where are the strong men of Rohan? Dead, or gone, or weakened by the cold and by hunger. All that remains in my hall are orphans and widows. They call me the Lord of Widows and Orphans. Did you know that? Me, Garwig, son of Kioglau, Reeve of Wildermore. You cannot face Nuzum, but if you are willing to help, there is no shortage of foes seeking to destroy my people. The Urukai have secretly been bringing supplies near to Forlaw along the shores of the Ingzimir. Defeat them and burn the bells of supplies they have brought with them. Do this, and you may forestall the end. For a time. Only for a time. He sounds really happy. Lord of Widows and Orphans, eh? Come on, let me out. Let me out. Thank you. I don't want to stay in Lorne Settle all day. So should I try it? Oh, there's Gleowine in his map, so. No, I don't think I'd survive. I think it's this way, though. This way. But this way I'll survive. One supply barrels I need to burn. And there's some of the Urukai that I need to take care of. Oh, and that one was hiding a shadowy wraith. Here we go. That's a big supply barrel. But it burns all the same. We'll go ahead and creep along the underpass here. There's the 4 barrels. I just need to defeat 2 more Urukai. I think there's a camp of them right there. Yep. And there we go. Let's go back to Forlaw, and we will go ahead and turn in that quest.
What sort of life is this?
You did as I asked? Good, though it be one small drop in a sea of need. I do not know how the Urukai made it all the way to the lakeside uncontested. The loss of some supplies may keep them from staying for as long. While you were gone, the city shook and rumbled, and my people cowered, thinking Nurzum had come. The city has been spared his wrath so far, but I say they were right to cower. How long will Forlaw remain out of his sight? When Nurzum does come, how can we hope to defend ourselves? We cannot. What sort of life is this? Is it not cruel to ask my people to live this way, in the shadow of a fear we cannot banish? This is a sorry lot that I have drawn, stranger, but I thank you for facing the Urukai. But if you take my advice, you will leave Wildermore behind. Once Nurzum turns his attention to us, we will be gone. It may not happen today, or tomorrow, but I think we will all pass out of life before this unnatural winter does. Nothing can be done. Once Nurzum comes to Forlaw, all will be ended. The assemblage stares at Garwick with an open mouth and gloomy countenance. And I do believe at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go ahead and end my stream here. So I would like to thank everybody for joining me today. I think we accomplished a lot, had a good time. I'm going to go ahead and see who else. Yes, thank you very much, Desiscardo. I'm going to go else and see. Excuse me. I am going to see who else is streaming Lord of the Rings online, and go ahead and let you continue the fun, as it were. Let me go ahead and see who else is streaming it this time. Susan the Great is up. She's got 7 viewers. She's doing Celtic Happy Hour, music and mayhem every Monday LOTRO time. So we're going to go ahead and join Susan the Great and have you guys enjoy some Celtic music. So again, I would like to thank everybody for joining me today. I hope you have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Take care. And I will see you all very, very soon. Goodbye, my friends.